Hey ladies, I'm back with a tutorial for this beautiful blue eyeshadow look. I've been really feeling blue eyeshadow lately and I like pairing it with a very warm crease. So if you're interested in seeing how I achieve this look, please stay tuned. I'm going to start my eyeshadow look off with the MAC 24-hour Eyebase. This is my absolute favorite Eyebase to use. I like that it has no color and it's also really good for keeping the eyeshadow from creasing. For my eyebrows, I chose to keep the eyebrows really natural for this look because I wanted the focus to be on the actual eyeshadow look. So I'm just going to use powder to fill my brows in, and I'm using my favorite NYX eyebrow powder duo. And I'm starting at the back of the brow and just working my way to the front. And I'm not using a ton of powder. I'm just really kind of filling in the spaces where I need a little bit more hair because I don't want this eyebrow to be too heavy. I want, like I said before, I want the focus to be on the actual eyeshadow. Now that the brows are completed, I'm going to go in with this LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm using one that's pretty much the same color as my skin, and I'm going in with one that's similar to my skin because I'm going to add my highlight in a very specific area a little bit later. This is simply just to make sure that everything is straight and just to kind of clean up any lines. Now to do the highlight for the brow, I'm going to use this Prep and Prime highlighter in dark, and I absolutely love using this just right where the height of the arch is. I just want my highlight there. I don't want it all the way under the brow because this is a quite dramatic eyeshadow look, and like I said, I really don't want to take away from that. So just keeping the highlight in a very specific area helps to give you a little bit of highlight and raise the brow without making it too dramatic. Now the first color I went into the crease with is Brownscript, and as you'll notice, I'm using some very warm colors in the crease here because that blue is so cool. I just want it to pop, so using the warm colors helps to contrast the coolness of the blue. So after applying Brownscript to the crease, I'm going in with soft brown to blend that up into the brow bone. And I love soft brown as a transition color for all skin shades just because it adds a nice kind of pinky peachy look without being too heavy. Now for the deep crease, I'm going to use a small brush, and this is a new eyeshadow by MAC. It's called I'm Into It, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's almost like a burgundy with a hint of brown, if that makes any sense. But I'm just going to pile that into the crease, and to get the opacity that I want, I really just went back and forth and just kept putting that in the crease. And then going in with the clean blending brush, I made sure to blend that up into the soft brown and the Brownscript. Now to make sure that things are even blended more, I went in with Brownscript and just did a little more blending. Now for my Gwen Stefani palette, I'm using this dark blue on the inner and outer corner. I'm gonna do a spotlight eye with this blue, so just keeping that in the inner and outer corner to give myself some shape. Now I'm kind of connecting that blue using the same brush that I used the Into It with, and I'm just kind of connecting those in the middle. Now I'm going in with MAC's Moon Reflection, and I'm putting that right in the center. It's a really pretty soft shimmery blue, and that's how I'm going to complete the spotlight eye. Now using that same brush, I'm going underneath the eye with the darker blue from the Gwen Stefani palette just to give my eyelash line just a little bit more definition. And then I decided to rim my waterline, upper and lower waterline, with just a regular black pencil to give my eyelashes a thicker look. After putting on the eyeliner, I went ahead and applied some false lashes. As you can see, I chose not to use any eyeliner. I just feel like it makes everything look a lot better. You can really see the eyeshadow look. Now to heighten the highlight in the brow bone, I used a little bit of Sunbeam by Benefit to give just a little bit of shimmer on the high points of the arch of the eyebrow and also the inner corners of the eyes. Off camera, I did apply my highlight, contour, and foundation and all that good stuff. Now for the cheeks, I'm going in with just a palette that I got from Forever 21 that has some really nice blushes, and I decided to use an orange shade. Now for my shimmery highlight, I chose to use this highlighter that I got from Sephora. I'm gonna have all the information in the box below, but that's the highlighter I decided to use because it's not super shimmery. And for my lips, I'm going in with Expresso Lipliner and a lipstick called Pressed and Ready by MAC, just to give me a nice soft nude lip that goes really good with this look. It's not gonna compete with the actual eyeshadow too much, so that's why I decided to go with that one. Now to complete the look, I went ahead and used a little bit of liquid liner on my beauty mark just to help it stand out a little bit more. But there you have it. This is my beautiful blue-eyed look. I'm so happy that you stopped by to take a look at my video. If you like this video, please thumbs up and subscribe and share and tell your friends. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.